Okay, good morning. We're now towards the end of this particular topic, lack of operon. In our previous lecture, we discussed regarding to the various things that how the lactose utilization enzymes gene are under control of several regulatory regions. Means what is the concept of operon? It consists of the two important component, regulatory region and structural genes. We also seen that the in case of a bacteria, some contrary system is available with respect to the eukaryotic system, and here a polycistronic mRNA is get formed. Then we have discussed regarding the detailed structure of lac operon, what is means I, what is means P, O, Z, Y, A. It is the lactoperon or the enzymes of the lactose utilization. These are under control of various activities happen at a lactoperon. There are two important components. One is the repressor that is encoded by the I, and another is the activator, which is later on synthesized whenever the glucose is not present in the medium. Means appropriate concentration of repressor, appropriate concentration of activator, and along with that the presence of inducer, all the three things are coordinating the what kind of what should be the concentration of a lactose degrading enzyme. In that repressor has the negative approach, it always suppresses it against the transcription, while activator which has the promotive effect, positive effect, it support the transcription, while inducer itself, its absence stop the transcription. Whenever it is not present, the direction should be, the directions are like that, which there should be not a transcription, and whenever the inducer lactose itself it is present, then it promotes the transcription. In that way, the three important things are there. Then in our later on lecture, we also discussed regarding how this particular concept is revealed. I already explained to you that the Jacob and Monod, they have this particular proposal as far as Jacob. Not only proposal, but they also have performed so many experiments, and later on they have proposed this particular model, which is now accepted. And in that, whatever IPO, repressor, inducer, whatever, all these discussions are by the Jacob and Monod. And how they have performed, how the lac mutants are important as far as their studies are concerned. And in proposing the model of lac operon, there are three components are very much important. The first thing is the lac mutant. Okay, means you have to induce the mutation at particular site, and then you have to see the interaction. Second thing is that they have utilized the merozygotes, means partially diploid E. coli cell. Partially diploid E. coli cell, the beauty of this particular concept is that due to this, the effect of mutation can be analyzed, and then we can compare by comparing the results. We can say that the what is actually going on inside the cell, and so with the help of a partial diploid E. coli cell or merozygote E. coli cells with the mutants, we aware that there are several consequences are happens. There are the cis state is happen, trans state is happen, and due to this overall lac operon model can be reviewed. The third important component is the biochemistry, because whether the lactose is secreted or not, that is should be monitored biochemically also, and that is we perform it. We refer it as a enzyme assay. In my first lecture regarding the lac operon, I also explained that it is very easy that whether the cell is degrading the lactose or not. Because suppose if you have cultivated the cell on McConkey's agar, those E. coli cell which forms the pink color colony, it indicate that it is a lactose positive. Why? Because lactose is get converted later on in stages lactic acid, and lactic acid due to lactic acid neutral red become a pinkish, and it offers the pink color, red color to the colony. But suppose due to the mutation, if the lac genes are not properly working, then there are the whitish colony. The whitish colony indicate this thing. But this particular approach is totally a qualitative one. Okay. And meanwhile, also I have asked one important question to you, that the how this lactose is controlling the things, because condition is that beta galactosidase expression needed the lactose. Along with the beta galactose, permease is also produced, and permease role is that permease is important for the transporting the lactose inside the cell, means from outside whatever lactose is available to brought inside it, along it is associated with a, plasma membrane, and hence the necessity of a permease is there. But in another direction, you will say that if the lactose is not come inside the cell, then how the permease will produce? And at that time also I have asked the question to you. Then I have given that there are several molecules are associated as far as the previous generation is concerned. So that is one of the logic. But nowadays there are several different perspectives are also analyzed. Still, the lab operon's
Yes,
exact nature is under investigation. It is not because whatever Jacob and Monod given, that is correct. But what are actual mechanism, how it is sharply it is observing, that we are going to discuss as far as this is concerned. Here, the same. I think everybody have performed the task home assignment I have given to you, and if you have any problem regarding that, I will going to discuss afterward. There, I have shown several examples which are already given to you. That's for example, the cell is a normal one, wild type, means all the genes are functioning. Okay, to avoid the confusion, to avoid the confusion, only Z and Y is taken. Okay. Now, in another genotype, what is shown that this is the I is not functioning, Z and Y is not mutant. Means that mutations are occur. These are the yellow regions are showing the yellow regions are showing that there is the mutations are. And if these cells are analyze with help of a biochemical way, means for example two flasks are taken in which one flask the lactose is present and in other the lactose is absent, and if this cell is taken, then with lactose is produced the 100 units of the these enzymes. Okay. And in absence of lactose it produces the 1 unit. Then question arises that the in presence of lactose, these 100 units are produced. That is very well. We can explain on the basis of whatever our understanding that due to the lactose bound to the repressor can't bound to the operator, and hence for the RNA polymerase is comfortably bound to the promoter, and then there is a transcription takes place, and hence for the 100 units are there. And question arises why this particular 1 unit is present, less amount of lactose is present. If you got this particular thing is that, then you can also trace out that why the permease, how the permease is produced. Because in absence of lactose also the 1 unit of a permease is produced. And that is necessary. Means only thing is that although we say that the transcription stops, transcription starts, that is we are discussing in case of a black and white shade, but this is not actually in true sense what happens in absence we in presence of lactose, in presence of lactose this particular enzyme transcription takes place, while in absence of lactose transcription is still takes place, but only the speed is very less. Why? Because even the lactose is not there, but still the enzymes are produced one unit, means drastic difference is there. Here the 100 times more enzyme is produced, and here that is a lower one. Okay. Then not only this particular beta galactosidase permease activity is also there. Henceforth, we can get that there is always, whether the lactose is present or not present, there is always a synthesis of a beta galactosidase or the beta galactoside permease, beta galactoside permease, beta galactoside permease, then question arises why, how it is possible. Okay, so that we are going to understand. Okay, that is still under investigation, but that particular component we are going to discuss one by one. Here, even in absence of lactose, how this one unit are synthesized. So today, the picture which is proposed by the Jacobian monad, that is a change, because we are now in the era of bioinformatics, and scientists not only know the location, but along with that they also aware regarding the composition, exact sequence which is associated. Means in recent, due to the recent discoveries, it is possible to predict the nature of this DNA. In former case, in 1962, when the Jacobian monad, at that time such technology is not available, but today we are not. So this is the modern perspective as far as lag occurrence is concerned, and in that you can say that here, from here the synthesis of this structural genes is takes place. Means here it is a Z gene. From here it is a starting the Z gene. Okay, it is mRNA later on it is processed, hence for the first amino acid is encoded here. Here ZYA is not shown, and even this particular region is not shown. Only the regulatory region is excluded. Okay. In former pictures, we denote this the operator site is close to the promoter site. This promoter means the RNA polymerase binding site. This is the RNA polymerase binding site. Okay. And in our terminology, you can say the minus 10 to minus 50. Okay, this particular nomenclature is also known to you, that the this particular region is referred as the upstream. This is the downstream. So this is the RNA polymerase. We also discussed this topic during the transcription. So this is the region where the RNA polymerase can bound. Okay, it is referred as the RNA polymerase. In our former picture, we shown that the operator is closely associated. It is okay. That is the truth. Okay, that just besides this particular promoter operator is there. But as far as the recent understanding is concerned, there are three operator regions in the lag of Quran. The one operator, it is first operator, that is operator one. It is present here, which is closely to the promoter. While operator two is present in a Z gene. Okay, it is not denoted here, but it is operator region is present in the Z gene. Actually, its position is the plus 412. Means if you go further, plus 412 positions of a base pair, the here the operator region is there. While the third operator is present, which is closely associated with the I gene, or it is a sandwich between the I gene and catabolite activator cyclic AMP binding group. Okay. This is also known to you that the whenever the glucose is exhausted, at that time this particular complex is binding, and this is binding here. Okay. Now, operator is not a simple operator, just whatever we think that repressor is removed, repressor is synthesized by these things, and then it is going to bound the operator. But question arises, what is actually that operator region? In a new picture, it is revealed that the operator 1, operator 2, and operator 3, these are the different regions. Then question arises, to which region particularly the repressor is bound? That we are going to explain. And this is very clear that this RNA polymerase is binding here, cyclic AMP is catabolite activator protein complex is binding here. Then once the repressor is produced, then where it is binding, how it is responsible to stopping the transcription. Because now in new picture we say that there are three operator regions which are away from each other. This is operator 1 here closely associated with promoter, and this is operator 2 which is away within present in the Z gene, and operator 3 which is a sandwich between the I gene and cyclic AMP binding site. Also keep in mind that whenever the repressor bound, it stop the transcription, and whenever the cyclic AMP and catabolite activator protein, it promote the thing. And how it is happening, one by one we are going to discuss. The first thing, it is clear to that the whenever the glucose is present, there is no chances of producing the cyclic AMP catabolite activator. Why? Because all the ATPs are involved in a synthesis or the transporting the glucose, not synthesis of the glucose degrading enzymes or the transporting the glucose. Hence, for the cyclic AMP is not available when the glucose is present. But when the glucose is decreased in the medium, along with the decrease in the glucose medium, there is a simultaneous increase in the cyclic AMP. If the once the cyclic AMP is increased, then it bound to the catabolite. Now what happens if the cyclic AMP and catabolite activator protein both are not present, then RNA polymerase cannot bind efficiently. So there is a question mark of efficiency. I'm not saying that this is the not binding. Okay. What I am saying that the efficiency is getting changed. Means chances of RNA polymerase bonding there, it can also start the things, but in presence of a cyclic AMP catabolite activator protein, the efficiency increase. The chances of transcriptions are increased. And henceforth, in absence of a cyclic AMP, also it is possible RNA polymerase can bind, but not much more efficiently. Means the synthesis is a not exaggerated, not more, very trace. At a very low level, it is working. Henceforth, the presence of glucose, if the glucose is present, then it never exceed the 2% as compared to the induced rate. Here the transcription takes place. Okay, the transcription takes place. Only thing is that it is in a slower speed and it is a much more lower, only the 2%. Means whenever the cyclic AMP catabolite activator protein is present, at that time the transcription takes place, while in absence of that still the transcription takes place, but it is a lowered one. It not exceed more than a 2% percentage is compared with the normal. Means in presence of lactose, whenever the present, it considered as 100%, then due to the henceforth absence of glucose is needed. Okay. Now, in what actually happening that the way if you analyze this catabolite activator proteins, cyclic AMP, RNA polymerase repressor binding studies, and if you study this particular modern technology like X-ray crystallographic data, they provide the important conclusion that this particular interaction is mediated by the sequence specific protein nucleic acid interaction. Means the particular sequence is necessary. A sequence of nucleic acid is necessary. That sequence is traced out by the protein and then it has a regulatory role. Henceforth, the binding of catabolite activator protein and the cyclic AMP complex binding to the LAC promoter. What it have makes, it bends the DNA. Okay, whenever the this complex is bound, then that bends the DNA, and that this particular structure is more accessible to the RNA polymerase. Suppose consider this structure. Suppose here the cyclic AMP bind protein is then found. That offers the bending. I also have picture. This is okay. So here a cyclic AMP and catabolite activator protein, whenever bound, that due to the binding there is a bend takes place. The bending of DNA is takes place, and these bending in structure promote the RNA polymerase to bound. Means to efficiently bound the RNA polymerase to the promoter, such a bending structure is promoted. Okay. Now that's all regarding to the this particular thing. But what happens about the lag repressor? Even the lag repressor also have ability to bound at a time at two operator. Either it bound to the O1 O2 or O1 O3. Here you can see, here this is the O1, and either it bound to the O1 operator 1, operator 2, which is away from this at plus 41 side, and O3. Now here when the repressor is synthesized, at that time it bound to two things. But how it is possible that the one operator can bound to the two regions simultaneously? Either it bound to here or either it bound to there or here. But research extracrystallographic study says that it bound here also and there. So that means it also responsible to make a bending, because you know probably in my former lecture I explained to you that the repressor protein is a tetramer. In that two monomers, okay, four units are there. So two monomers have the capacity to binding to the O1 region. This sequence is recognized by the these two dimer, and another dimer is recognizing either O2 or O3. O2 or O3, these are recognized by the another two dimers. Means in that way tetramer is there. So one region means of the same protein molecule, one region is recognizing operator 1 region and another region is recognizing O2. That I explained in the third lesson. The lag repressor bind to the two operator either O1 O2 and O1 O3. Means O1 is a common one. Means either bending is takes place between the O1 and O3 and O1 so for example, here if the repressor bound, then it bound to here and also it confers the bend and then another dimer is going to bound to the O2 region. This is possibility or another possibility that here the bending will be taken. The O3 will come here and in that way here in that way the bending will be there. Okay, and in that way the here the repressor is mounted. But suppose here, if already the cyclic AMP is present, then this particular binding will not promote it. Why? Because already it is bound. Already this particular position is occupied. Henceforth, this thing is not. And henceforth, a presence of appropriate concentration of a repressor, appropriate concentration of cyclic AMP, and catabolite activator protein, all the things are important, then and then the appropriate induction of lac-operon is possible. The new perspective says that the lac-operon never get a totally get off. Transcription never get a totally stop. It totally depends on the operator regions sequence and that particular. And hence if you consider the possibility of mutation here also, still a lot of details are things. Hence at a conclusion we can say that the for the complete understanding of the regulation of gene expression will require detailed knowledge of these important interactions. Due to the bioinformatics study, a lot of details are accumulated nowadays, and now in future, after several days, it is possible to exactly predict what is actually happening. And hence, I am saying that the transcription is get off. The actual meaning is that the transcription is lowered, drastically lowered up to the 1 unit, means in percentage only the 2%. While whenever the lactose is present, the transcription increases up to the 100%, and in absence of lactose, the transcription is still there. But many times, whatever we give the particular things as a negligible, and at that time during the Jacobian monad, at that time the sensitivity is also not. We cannot trace out the too little presence of the enzymes. Hence, at that time, Jacobian monad says that the transcription stops, transcription starts. But in lac-operon, you should keep in mind that the stopping of a transcription never takes place, whether the lactose is present or absent. But presence of lactose and absence of lactose is responsible to contribute in enhancing. In presence of lactose, that structural gene express rapidly, majorly, while in absence of that, only 2% drastic reduction is there. And hence, this in that way, the sequence here that catabolite activator protein, why here it is binding? Because of typical sequence. Why the repressor proteins are binding to this operator 1, operator 2, operator 3? Because of sequence. And so this sentence is very much important, that the sequence specific protein nucleic acid interaction. And nowadays majority of scientists are working on this particular things, and not only lac-operon but all the operons similarly, they have clear the concept regarding to this particular mechanism. In next semester we are going to focus on this particular topic, how the sequence specific protein nucleic acid interactions are kept. But that's all regarding the sufficient information as far as the lac-operon is concerned, and that also ends the topic lac-operon. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next lecture. So in next lecture we are going to start a fresh topic, that is attenuation, genetic attenuation.